Hello my fashion lovers, I am back with a new fashion video. So this year, we witnessed quite a number of celebrity weddings that shook the internet. And these extravagant events were accompanied by extravagant fashion moments. We witnessed some of our favorite stars tied the knot in grand style and also served incredibly beautiful looks. In today's video, let's see the 10 best dressed couples who served the most iconic looks. And if you're interested in knowing which couple had the most iconic fashion moments, be sure to watch this video to the very end. In 10th place, we have famous actor Remi and his wife Tiwi. So they tied the knot earlier this year and had quite a lavish wedding. And like every lavish wedding, they delivered quite interesting looks. The bride kept it quite simple and very elegant in this ashoke dress. I love the way the look was styled with coral beads and matching shoes, which tied the look together well. And I love the blend of ashoke and lace as well. The groom opted for a chocolate agbada and matching filler and completed the look with coral beads. I love the way the color of his agbada complemented the color of her dress, and I feel both looks went well together. For their white wedding, they kept things a lot more simpler. In as much as I love simplicity, I feel this was beyond simple. This was quite boring. The bride opted for this strapless dress with a bow cascading behind her, and she completed the look with dainty pearl earrings and a dramatic veil. The groom, on the other hand, opted for a purple tuxedo, which featured black lapel and was paired with black pants, white dress shirt, and black bow tie. I'm not a fan of the color of the tuxedo, and I don't think there's anything particularly interesting about this look. They both looked good, but not exceptional, so I'll put them in 10th place. Next, we have Queen Mercy Atang and King David. So the couple who got married earlier this year served a couple of interesting looks. Firstly, we have this look, which I believe was for their introduction. So the lady was serving Akwa Ibom royalty in this beautiful beaded number, while the groom was repping his Yoruba tribe in this white agbada. They both looked good, but I just wish both looks were a little bit more coordinated. There's no form of uniformity. It's like the bride is doing her own thing, while the groom is doing his own thing. I wish they complemented each other more. And speaking of complementing each other, they clearly did that with their traditional wedding looks. So the bride had on this intricately detailed dress splattered with beads and sequins, while the groom had on this blue agbada splattered with embroidery at the front. They both had on different shades of blue, but both looks still went well together. They looked spectacular individually as well, and the coral beads spiced up their looks. For their court wedding, they both opted for black and white. The bride opted for a white blazer with black pants, while the groom opted for a white tuxedo with black pants and black bow tie. I love the detailing on both looks, and I love how both looks were styled. They both looked good in my opinion, and for the civil wedding dinner, they both changed to something else. The bride opted for this white number with tiered pearls on both sleeves and crystal embellishments, and she crowned the look with this headpiece, which was a little bit unnecessary. I wish the dress looked more flattering on her. There's something about the structure of the dress that doesn't suit her. The groom, on the other hand, opted for a detailed vest with white shirt and black pants. So this was their last look, and overall I feel they kind of slayed, so I'll put them in 9th place. In 9th place, we have one of Nigerians' most popular couples, Davido and Chioma. So they got married in June, and it's safe to say their wedding shocked the internet. For their first look, Davido opted for custom DJ and collar, while Chioma had on this beautiful ensemble courtesy of Couture by Tabik. The ensemble was styled with a crystallized Jimmy Choo bag alongside statement neck piece and matching earrings, and this was for sure my favorite look from her. When I speak of couples complementing each other, this is what I clearly mean. I feel they both looked so regal, and it's giving creme de la creme. So this was their Yoruba attire, and for their Igbo attire, this was what they delivered. Chioma had on this ensemble designed and styled by Tubo. The outfit, which was made of George fabric, was really giving Igbo wife, and the accessories, including the white shoes and statement neck piece, complemented the look well. The groom, on the other hand, opted for this look by Ugo Monye. So it's a very unique take on Igbo attire, and it looked more like a southern groom, but he looked good regardless. And for Chioma's last look, she opted for this Igbo maiden look. So this looked very horrible, the beading looked unfinished, and the white fabric looked cheap. I'm quite surprised that this was designed by Tubo, because I know Tubo is exceptional when it comes to beading. The look was styled by Tubo as well, and she did an equally horrible job. I feel they should have hired a professional stylist. That would have probably saved the look. Anyways, overall, they kind of delivered, so I'll put them in 8th place. In 7th place, we have Nigerian designer Andrea and Eghosa. So they got married earlier this year, and for their trad, they had on this Edo-inspired looks. The groom had on this white coat and maxi skirts, while the bride had on this beaded dress with detachable sleeves. They styled both looks with stacks of chunky coral beads, and both looked incredibly good. I love the clean detailing on the bride's dress, and I love the structure of the groom's outfits. And for their white wedding, they surprisingly served underwhelming looks. The groom had on this tailcoat paired with matching black pants and black patterned leather shoes, while the bride had on this corset dress with a lengthy train that trailed behind her. I personally do not like either look, and I wish they had gone for something more exciting. Although up close, the bride's dress kind of slayed, but I feel the train stuff that was added made the dress look too dramatic. Anyways, they did not look horrible, but I feel they could have done better. So I would put them in 7th place. In 6th place, we have Yhemolee and Thayour. So let's start with their pre-wedding looks, because I feel their pre-wedding looks looked way better than their actual wedding looks. For their pre-wedding look, the bride opted for Eghosa, styled by Mode Styling, while the groom opted for Dii and color. I love how vibrant they both looked. I feel this sets the mood for the grand festivities they had planned, and they served yet another pre-wedding look. I feel this was given black tie, given quite formal, given classy. The groom's look was by Nathan, and the bride's dress was by Eghosa. They both looked really elegant, and I love the styling of both looks. And for their trad, they served 2 looks, and firstly we had this ensembles. The groom had on this embroidered agbada with tassels, courtesy of Dii and collar, while the bride had on this controversial look by Diola Sago. So this was a look that one other bride had come out to say was a copy and paste of her exact wedding look. Anyways, I feel she looked beautiful in this, but I wish she had gone for something more original to avoid such embarrassment. So they both looked really good, and I feel both colors went well together, but I can't say the same thing for their second look. This was a disaster in my opinion. The groom's pants looked silly, and the color looked ugly. The bride's dress looked tacky and had so much going on. When you're working with bold colors, you don't need too much detailing, because that's a recipe for disaster. They both looked equally bad, and next we have their white wedding ensembles. So the groom opted for this white tailcoat, black vest and black pants. He completed the look with dark shades and black patterned leather shoes. And sincerely, I feel this outfit looked funny on him. While the bride opted for this overly detailed dress, I feel the stuff on the sleeves were not needed, as well as the detachable train. If she wanted a train so bad, they could have made the dress really long so it trails behind her. Anyways, it's not a bad look, but could have been executed better. In 5th place, we have Dera and Yinka. So firstly, we have their Igbo trad wedding looks, because the bride is Igbo and the groom is Yoruba. I love the bride's colors and details on the bride's dress. I feel the bride's colors complemented her light complexion, and I love that the groom looked like an actual Igbo groom in this effortless ensemble. For their second look, the bride had on this beautiful dress, which I believe was by Diola Sago. It's giving modern day Yoruba bride, and she totally bodied this look. While the groom, on the other hand, had on this really nice agbada. I love the color, and I love that his look complemented the bride's look. And then for their civil wedding, they had on this very formal ensembles. The bride had on this neatly tailored monochromatic look, while the groom opted for a classic. For their white wedding, the groom looked dashing in this ensemble. The ensemble included a white suit set with blue accessories and black shoes, while the bride opted for this really unique wedding gown with an interesting silhouette and lengthy veil. They both looked very clean and classy and also unique. And I guess they had another white wedding celebration where the bride had on this timeless lace dress. The elegant dress had a mermaid structure and was giving vintage vibes. The look was styled by the style Infidel, while the groom's look was styled by Denola Grey. They both looked really timeless and sophisticated, and overall, they delivered some of the best wedding looks this year. In 4th place, we have fashion designer Prudent Gabriel and gospel singer Okopi Peterson. So they got married recently and served lots of interesting looks, but let's review a few of them. For their pre-wedding look, they had on this regalia. I believe both looks were inspired by Akwa Ibom culture, and I must say Akwa Ibom traditional looks are one of the most regal traditional looks. There's something so powerful about the regalia that gives ruling monarchs. It's giving king and queen, and I love the color and styling as well. For their introduction, they opted for these stunning ensembles. So firstly, I love the blend of chocolate and green. It's such an interesting combo and a quite unique combo. I love the structure of the bride's outfit and I love the groom's outfit as well. The groom's look was styled by P. Aries, while the bride's look was styled by Emmanuel Good News, and they both looked spectacular. And then for Jacot's wedding, they kept things really classy. The groom had on this tan suit by T.I. Nathan, while the bride had on this midi-length dress by Prudential Atelier. They looked simple, chic and elegant and both devoured their looks. I love how they complemented each other and both looks were well executed. And for their traditional wedding, they served probably the most boring traditional wedding looks I've seen. They were literally serving looks back to back and set the bar so high just to end up delivering this. I disliked the fabric of the bride's dress. It looked so dull and lacked the vibrancy that was needed. The structure as well did not look flattering and this looked like an old woman's dress. I feel the groom was trying to match her energy and went for an equally boring fabric. But I kind of like the structure of the groom's outfit in comparison to hers, but overall I feel their trad looks flopped. Anyways, they managed to redeem themselves with their white wedding looks. The bride had on this beautifully beaded dress. The detailing was so perfect and looked unreal, but the tulle fabric at the back was clearly not needed. Anyway, when you ask your guests to come in white, you clearly have to outdo yourself to stand out and let people know you are the bride. I feel Prudent clearly did that, while the groom kept it quite simple. They both looked really good together and are clearly one of the best dressed couples of the year. In third place, we have Dii and Obina. So Dii is a famous YouTuber who recently got married. For her court wedding, she served clean girl aesthetics in this look courtesy of Imagined by Bukola. The midi ball dress was styled with white pumps and a veil, and the look was styled by the wardrobe manager. The groom complimented her look in this tan suit with black accessories, and they both looked very demure. For their trad, they both served high fashion and the groom had on custom atafo styled by my atafo. The groom looked very clean and you can never go wrong with an atafo look. The bride, on the other hand, had on this masterpiece courtesy of Veekee James. Like, just take a look at the detailing, the color combo, the structure, the styling. I really appreciate the attention to detail, and this was probably the best trad look we got this year. And she did not stop there. She delivered yet another masterpiece, and this time was by Marvi Official. I feel Dima is the sort of bride that if you do rubbish for her, she'll tell you to start over. She doesn't care, because how are these looks so perfect? I love the fuchsia pink, I love the detailing, and I love the styling. The groom also looked good but not exceptional. Lastly, she served this maiden look designed by Veekee James. This was quite simple but still a slay, and she's one of the few brides that had no single bad look. Let's not forget her white wedding look. This is arguably the most beautiful wedding gown of the year, or at least the most unique. I love when brides go for things that are unconventional and still slay. I love every single thing about this look, including the glam. I feel this is not the sort of look everybody would understand, but those that get it will totally be in love. She looked so beautiful and perfect, and clearly one of the best dressed brides of the year. In second place, we have Nigerian leading designer Veekee James. So Veekee set the internet ablaze with her countless wedding festivities, and of course the fashion icon delivered countless iconic looks, but let's see a few of them. So firstly was this structured green masterpiece styled by Sharon for her introduction. She designed her look herself as well as Femi's look, and they both delivered. For their court wedding, they kept things simple and chic. Veekee had on this two-piece by Shop Erican, while Femi had on this neatly tailored brown suits. I believe both looks were styled by the style infidel, and they both looked so dashing. For their traditional marriage, they served extravaganza. I believe this look was inspired by Akwa Ibom culture, which is where the bride is from. I'm personally not feeling Veekee's combo. I feel the green, black and purple did not go well together. Anyways, they both looked amazing and they were styled by Rivero. And lastly, for the white wedding, they kept things really clean and classy. The bride had on this fitted lace dress that accentuated her curves, while the groom looked really clean in this white suit set. The bride's gown was by Veekee James and styled by Rivero, while the groom's look was by Atafo and was styled by the style infidel. They both looked so timeless and heavenly. Saving the best for last, in first place we have Sharon Ugo. So Sharon and Ugo got married in June and served lots of amazing looks, but let's say a few of them. So firstly was Igbo attire, and they both rocked the popular Ishiago fabric in stylish ways. Sharon's look featured intricate beadwork and was designed by Somo. The look was styled by Damola, while the groom's look was designed by Atafo. Secondly was Idoma outfit, and Sharon had on the popular striped Idoma fabric. The look was also designed by Somo and styled by Damola, and her groom complemented her look in this simple black fit by Atafo. They also had on these beautiful white looks, and the groom's look was designed and styled by Atafo, while Sharon's was designed by Emi Agomi and styled by Damola. And lastly, for their white wedding, we had Sharon in this dreamy white dress, heavily embellished with crystals and designed by Veekee James. She also served some other really nice looks for the reception and after party, and in my opinion, she's the best dressed bride of 2024. So we've come to an end of today's video. Be sure to let me know your opinions on these looks in the comments. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Also give this video a thumb up to help the algorithm push it more, and feel free to check my page for more fashion content. Shout out to all my returning subscribers. Y'all are the absolute best. Thank you for staying with me to this point. Bye for now, and see y'all in my next video.